Okay, I'm incredibly full. I do not recommend anybody to eat MR8 entrees in one sitting. It's not fun. Hey guys, welcome back to Twins Try. I'm Christy.
I'm Wing.
And today we're doing the ultimate MRE taste test. We have 8 MREs here and we're going to taste test all of these and let you know which ones we think are the best. These were recommendations from people who've eaten these regularly and told us which ones they liked, and then a couple that we just thought were interesting and we should give it a try.
On the menu today we have beef stew, vegetable crumbles with pasta in taco style sauce, chicken noodle and vegetables in sauce, chili with beans, beef brisket, Chilean Mac, beef ravioli, and spaghetti in sauce.
We've already made 7 of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make this last one that we have here, and that just shows you how to actually make them. In an MRE, it comes with a bunch of things, like peanut butter, snack bread, beverage powder, the actual entree, a sleeve, and this is kind of like, think Hot Pockets. You put the sleeve in here, you put it in one of these, put water to the fill line, and basically prop it up and it'll heat the whole thing up. This is just an example of what an MRE contains. So let's go ahead and make it. The first thing you're going to do is tear off the top of your heater. Put this in this, and then this sleeve goes outside. Water to the fill line. So if you can tell, it's at the fill line and it's starting to heat up already. Close it up like this. It's hot, jeez. And it's gonna start heating up. And you just prop it against something like a rock.
This is going to take about 10 to 15 minutes to cook. We'll go ahead and get started with our taste test.
For the purposes of our video, we've actually gone ahead and put it in a bowl so you can actually see what the entree looks like. Otherwise, it's in a little foil packet and it's really hard to tell what it is.
The first one that we're going to be trying today is the beef stew.
And this is what it looks like. Cheers.
Kind of salty.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty good. It does kind of taste like it comes from a can.
Yeah.
Like the canned beef stew.
But the meat does have texture.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super tenderized or anything.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
These do usually come with like a wheat bread or something. So that'd be a great vehicle to put this with.
Mm-hmm.
It's hearty. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Think the Progresso soups, but not chicken, it's beef.
So far, this is our number 1 because we've only tried one thing.
Yep.
Alright. So the next one that we're going to be trying is the vegetable crumble with pasta and taco sauce.
Yep, it's very long-winded, but let's give it a try.
Little spirally noodles.
Rotini.
Yeah.
Doink. It smells very herby from the get-go.
Yep. I like the beef stew more.
I like this. I do like the beef stew more.
This one has a very, very herby fragrance.
Which if you're not into, you won't like.
This does taste pretty good. It's just that one herb is so forward. Yeah. That kind of overpowers the entire dish, and that's what makes me not like it as much. So yeah. For me, it would be beef stew and then this veggie crumble.
Same. One thing to note about vegetarian meals that I've heard is that there are very few vegetarian meals in each case that people get. So when you're out in the field, there are very few vegetarian options. So it's kind of nice to know that the vegetarian options that are provided don't absolutely suck. It would be awful if you're the only person who had a subpar meal, right? Just because you're vegetarian, just because of your lifestyle preferences.
The next one that we're going to be trying today is the chicken noodle and vegetable in sauce. So when I first saw this, I thought it was going to be like a chicken noodle soup.
Which was why she was super excited.
Yeah. But it's definitely a lot thicker.
Yeah. There's a lot of chicken chunks in here. There's carrots, something pink that might be like a ham or something.
Yeah.
And noodles, obviously, and peas. So, doink.
It kind of tastes like canned chicken, but
it's shredded. A shredded chicken. Not my favorite chicken profile. It's not very smooth or anything. It's very dry. And then it is like chicken noodle soup, but thick. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably, if I were to have the resources to, I would add a little bit more water to thin it out a bit, and then probably add just a dash of salt.
Yeah, because it's not very salty.
No.
Compared to the other two.
Yeah, this is pretty bland. Yeah. Or more bland. Not bad though. I do put this above the veggie crumble in the taco sauce, just because that one has so much herb.
Yeah. I don't like how bland this is though. That is my one qualm about it, is flavor-wise not really there.
Yeah. The next thing that we're going to be having today is the chili with beans. They look pretty good.
Yeah. It's got like green, I assume, peppers, lots of beans, obviously, and little bits of meat.
Yep.
Donk. Kind of sweet.
Yeah, slightly sweet, kind of salty. A little, very tiny kick.
Yeah, very little. It's your typical chili. Probably something close to what you get at like Wendy's or something.
I think this goes above beef stew.
Above beef stew? Yeah, I think so too.
Because beef stew is very like, comes out of a can. Yeah. This has a lot of flavor profile. The next thing we're going to be trying today is the beef brisket with au gratin potatoes.
Yep. The au gratin potatoes look like spray canned cheese.
Yeah, not very appetizing looking. And I don't think I really like au gratin potatoes to begin with.
The beef comes in like little strips.
Crumbles.
Yeah, crumbly strips.
Yeah.
Saucy. Doink. And it doesn't look like there's much else in there.
Yeah, I think it's just beef.
Yeah. Wow, that's really salty.
Yeah. Like,
really salty.
Not flavorless. With cheese. I think, let's try it mixed.
Okay. Maybe it'll make it more enjoyable for me.
Because the beef is
way
super
salty. Like, off the charts. Yikes.
I thought I wouldn't like the potato, but out of this thing, I like the potatoes.
That's questionable. That says a lot about how much we like this meal. This one.
Oh, it's so very salty. Did not help at all. In fact, I think I might have made it worse. Because now I increased the portion size of this.
What else is in here?
Maybe there's bread to go.
Oh, there's a wheat snack bread. You want to open it and see if it'll make it more enjoyable? So if you don't know what the wheat breads look like, they're like bricks. They're like toe shaped. See, they tried to make it a toe shape. And then it's got a lot of holes in it. Maybe some of this will absorb some of that salt content. Maybe it'll taste better like this. Cheers!
The bread's so dry.
The bread's slightly sweet.
It does help with the saltiness.
Yeah, but
it also sucks out all your saliva. If they didn't make it so salty, I think it would have been fine.
no.
But yeah, this is last. The next one that we're going to be trying is the Chilean Mac.
I am super excited for this one because I've heard so much good things about it. My friend who gave us all of these told us that this one is probably a favorite among everybody. So this is usually first to go. So boom.
I like that it's not overly salty.
Yeah, it's not super salty. It's got a slight sweetness, kind of like reminiscent of the other chili.
But I like this chili more.
Yeah. This one doesn't have the beans, which works well for it. It's got little crumbles of meat, yeah. And then the macaroni is not, well, it's soft, but not sogged out where you've overdone it. It's definitely not al dente, but it is still pretty good. I like this one a lot.
Where would you rank it?
Number 1.
Yeah, I think this flew to the top for me.
It's
the flavor profile is really good. And like I said, it's not overly salty, which I feel like you most of the MREs have either been under or over.
Yeah, this is just perfect.
The next thing we're gonna have is the beef ravioli.
Yep, the raviolis are kind of tiny.
Yeah, I always expect like ravioli, I think the big ones with a lot of extra pasta on the edges.
Yeah, and then they're like filled to the brim. These are like mini. They're like
They look like a cereal.
yeah. So I was thinking cereal, but it sounded weird. Glad you said it.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's not making me amazed, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I do like it a lot more than I like it a lot more than beef brisket. I think that's just gonna go down in history as one of my least favorite ones.
Yeah. I think this one I'm gonna put under the chili with beans.
Yeah. The texture on this is not great.
Yeah.
I'm just
It definitely
gonna say.
tastes like, what was it?
Chef Boyardee. Yep.
Yeah.
And the last one we stupidly opened upside down is spaghetti with beef and sauce. So this is the one we made at the beginning of the video, and we've been waiting to open it and show you guys how it actually opens. So now that it's already been heated and cooked, we're gonna take it out of the little sleeve, the Hot Pocket sleeve as I've called it. And it's definitely warm. It's not hot to the touch. And you take it out. Oh, there's a little tear here. And I like to give it a squeeze, kind of just to mush everything into place. And then this is the spaghetti with beef. And squeeze it down. And now I can tear it open and show you guys what it looks like. So I'm just gonna and this is why we did it in bowls, because otherwise this is what you guys see. Not very appetizing looking. So if you scoop it into a bowl, you can actually see the textures and what it looks like. It's not just a gray generic bag. Obviously, in real life, you wouldn't eat it out of a bowl. This is pretty good, like maneuvering. You can just eat it like this. The noodles are incredibly short, so you don't get the long noodles that you usually get. And it's a very tomato-y sauce. There's a little bit of beef chunks in there. Let's give it a taste. Similar taste profile to the beef ravioli.
Yeah. I do like this one more though.
Yeah. The chunks have a slight bite to it, and it's not like crumbly.
Yeah.
It's not crumbly. Could use some black pepper. I mean, doink.
Not bad. Yeah. It's kind of like the other pastas we've had.
Yeah.
I do like this a little bit more than the beef rav.
Okay, I'm incredibly full. I do not recommend anybody to eat MR8 entrees in one sitting. It's not fun, even though we're just splitting it in half. But it's a lot of food.
Alright, so here is our final rankings. The first one that we loved is the Chilean Mac.
Yeah, that one was really good texture.
It had a very well-rounded profile.
And it lived up to that hype. So everybody says that one was a really good one. And we have to agree.
The next one is the chili with beans.
The beans had a good profile. So it actually tasted like beans and it wasn't sogged out. It was slightly sweet and the meat crumbles were pretty good with it. So overall, we liked the flavor profile there.
The next one is the spaghetti with beef and sauce.
And this one is kind of sweet. The noodles were really short. This is where the flavor kind of starts becoming just okay with all of the other ones. It was kind of on par with
beef wrap.
Yeah. They all kind of start melting together in terms of what they tasted like.
The next one is the beef ravioli.
Yeah, we didn't like this one as much as the spaghetti just because the beef inside the raviolis were kind of compacted and hard. It did have a very similar taste profile to the spaghetti with beef, so they're pretty close to each other in terms of our rankings.
Next one is beef stew.
That one was also just okay. That one had a very flat flavor profile. It wasn't that salty though compared to, for example, beef brisket, so we did enjoy it overall as what it was, but it could have used a little bit more different flavors to make it a more well-rounded dish.
The next one is the chicken noodle, veg, and sauce.
So that one was too bland for us, which is why it ended up in the ranking it had. It could have used some salt. It could have been thinner because you were expecting it to be a soup. Yeah, and then the chicken wasn't our favorite texture either. It was kind of dry and shreddy. It was just okay.
Next one is the veggie crumble with pasta.
For a vegetarian dish, this was actually pretty good. If you're a vegetarian, you won't be disappointed. It is pretty on par with the rest of them. And actually, we were surprised.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about it was it was so herb forward. It kind of overpowered the other flavors.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of why I got the low ranking. The last one is the beef brisket. This is the one that I absolutely will never eat again. We couldn't even attempt to finish it.
Yeah.
We kind of had to throw that one away. It's just so salty.
The potatoes were the saving grace there, but even then, it was not our favorite.
Yeah. Alright, well, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can see your next videos.
And as always, let us know what you try next.
On Twins Try. Bye!